हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू अवर यूट्यूब चैनल एमबीए पाठशाला। तो एमबीए पाठशाला ने आप लोगों की स्पीड बूस्ट करने के लिए, आपकी टेस्ट टेकिंग एबिलिटी को इंप्रूव करने के लिए एक फ्री डेली क्विज का इनिशिएटिव लिया है, जिसको आप लोग हमारे पोर्टल पर www.mbapathshala.com पर जाकर हमारा जो फ्री कोर्सेज का सेक्शन है, कैट 2026 फ्री प्रिपरेशन एक कोर्स है, उसमें एनरोल करके आप डेली बेसिस पर एक फ्री क्विज लगा सकते हो। ये क्विजेज आप लोगों के एग्जाम यानी कि कैट 2026 तक हम लोग प्रोवाइड कराने वाले हैं। हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर इसका एनालिसिस मिलेगा, क्विज रहेगी हमारे पोर्टल पर।
Hello students, welcome to Daily Dose Quiz. Today we are solving Quant. Nikhil borrows rupees P from Tarun at 6% annual interest. He adds rupees Q of his own money and lends rupees P plus Q to Karan at 9% annual interest. At the end of the year, after repaying Tarun, the net interest earned by Nikhil is exactly equal to interest earned by Tarun. However, if Nikhil has instead lent rupees P plus 2Q to Karan at the same 9% rate, then his interest would have been rupees 180 more. If all the interests are compounded annually, what is the value of P plus Q? There is Nikhil in the picture, there is Tarun, and there is Karan. And there are two cases. So there are basically comparisons. So first, Nikhil borrows from Tarun. Nikhil borrows from Tarun. Nikhil is the middleman and gives it to Karan. Now, when you work for compound interest, work on compound interest for 1 year, SI and CI behave same in 1 year's time. He borrows P rupees at 6%, adds his own Q rupees and gives away P plus Q rupees at 9%. Second case, he borrows P rupees at 6%, adds 2Q rupees and gives away P plus 2Q rupees at 9%. In this case, the interest earned by Nikhil and Tarun are same. What interest will Tarun earn? Tarun will earn 6% of P. What interest will Nikhil earn? Because Nikhil is adding Q rupees from his money. So Nikhil will earn 9% of Q. Also, Nikhil is earning 9% of P. From that 9%, he gives away 6%. So he is earning extra 3% of P. This is Nikhil's interest. This is Tarun's interest. So by equating this, I can move it on the left side. 3% of P is equal to 9% of Q. P is equal to 3Q. I get this hint. Furthermore, when you compare this scenario and this scenario, if you observe clearly, what is new? There are Q rupees more. Q rupees more. On those Q rupees, 9% interest is earned. That is extra part. 9%. 9%. And that 9% is rupees is 180. So Q into 9 upon 100 is equal to 180. Cancel 20. Q is equal to 2000. P is equal to 6000. How much is P plus Q? 8000. This is the exact replica of CAT question. Try to break it down. Try to observe the additional part that will give you the answer. Do not form large equation. Observe again. The interest earned by Tarun is 6% of P. Interest earned by Nikhil, because his money is Q rupees. 9% of Q is the interest he earns and 9% of P is earned by Nikhil. But Nikhil gives the return back to Tarun. So leftover is 3P. So total interest with Nikhil is equal to Tarun. We equate that, we get P is equal to 3Q. Now compare the two diagrams. What is the extra part? Here the money is P plus Q, the money is P plus Q plus Q. That extra Q rupees, 9% interest is rupees 180. Extra interest is 180 rupees. So I get value of Q, I get value of P, I get total value of P and Q. Let AN and BN be two sequences defined by this and this for all natural numbers. And natural numbers means N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the largest three-digit number common to both sequences? I can try and solve this question by options, or I can go manually. See the first sequence, when I put 1 in this, it becomes 11. When I put 2, basically I'm adding 4. Again, I'm adding 4. That is what a common difference means. So this is the kind of sequence I will keep on getting. You don't have to write so many terms. I'm trying to achieve a purpose here. Show you something. When I put 1 in this, the value is 14. When I put 2, the value is 19. So what is the gap? Gap is 5. That is the pattern. So what are the common terms? If I call the common terms as Cn. So do you see the first common term is 19? Then the next common term 23, 27, 31, 35, 39. Look at this. The next common term is 39. First is 19, then it is 39. Do you see the next common term is 59? So common terms also form a AP. So in common terms, the first term is 19 and common difference is 20 into n minus 1. What is the largest value this can take? Largest value. What is the largest multiple that comes to your mind of 20? Largest multiple is 980 plus 19. That's all. You do not have to solve everything. See, I want this to be largest. 19 is a fixed number, so largest part will be this. What is the largest multiple of 20 that comes to your mind when you think of 3 digits? 980, which is 49 times. So the largest 3 digit number that will be common to both is 999. Because I have solved this question so many times, I could do it in a very systematic manner. That is why we say you should solve all variety of questions. You should solve maybe five questions, six question of each variety. So you have a standard approach by the time you go to the exam. Monthly incomes of employees A, B, and C initially are in the ratio of 4, 5, 6. In the first year, they receive increments of 25%, 20%, 25% respectively. In second year, Arun and Charan receive a increment of 50%, 20% respectively. And the new income of Balu becomes equal to the mean income of all three employees. What is the percentage hike in the income of Balu in second year? All right. So initial income, if I imagine A, B, and C are the individual, 400, 500, and 600. Now, why do we take them as 4, 5, 600? Because these percentages are multiples of 5s and 10. So 100 ka multiple is sufficient. Now, after first year, what will happen? 25% of this is 100. So value becomes 500. Increment ho gaya. 20% of this number is 100. So new value is 600. Increment is done. 25% is 1 by 4 is 150. So increment ho gaya. Now in second year, we know A and C will have a further increment of 50%. What is 50%? 250. So 750. And 20%. What is 20% of this? 20% will be 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 150. So the value is 900. Now the income of Balu was equal to average of all three. So see what happens is Balu's income is equal to 700 plus Balu 750. 750 plus Balu plus 900 upon 3. Cross multiply. 3B minus B is equal to 1650. क्यों? इन दोनों को ऐड कर दिया. ये B माइनस हो गया. So 2B is equal to 1650. B is equal to 825. Now what exactly is the question? What is the growth rate of income of Balu? So do you see Balu started at 600, got 825. So increment is 225. So the growth rate in second year is this 0, 0 cancel. This is divisible by 6 3 times 18 बच गया 45. 7 times 42 बच गया 3. 3 upon 6 is 0.5. That is the growth or increment in the income of Balu in the second year. Very methodical arithmetic question. Very, very similar question has appeared in CAT several times. In the rectangle PQRS, PQ is equal to 10 centimeters. QR is equal to 8 centimeters. A and B lie on PQ such that the areas of figures RSA, RAB, and RBQ are in geometric progression. Very good. The area of the triangle RSA is 9 times the area of the triangle RBQ. Then the ratio of PA, ratio AB, ratio BQ is. All right. So let us first imagine a rectangle. See, the longer length is PQ. So I'm writing P, Q, R, S. Now A and B lie on this. So there is somewhere A, there is somewhere B. RSA. RSA would mean this triangle. The area of this triangle, the area of RAB, this triangle, this yellow line triangle, and the area of RBQ. RBQ would be this triangle. They are in a geometric progression. Furthermore, area of RSA is 9 times the area of RBQ. All right, this is 8. The total length is 10. Now, you might know this property about rectangles. In a rectangle, when you join any point on the opposite side like this, the area of the triangle becomes half of the rectangle. So I get area of of RSA, half of rectangle means 40. We just now said the area of RSA is 9 times of this. If I assume, let us say this length to be x. So 40 is equal to 9 times of 1 by 2 into x into 8. Cancel, cancel 4. Cancel, cancel 10. X is equal to 10 by 9. This length is 10 by 9. Why am I finding this? Because I want ratios of these lengths. I must find these lengths. That is 10 by 9. We also said their areas are in a geometric progression. So please observe. If this area, let us say is small a. This area is 9a. What will this area be? If I say this area is k, 9a upon k is equal to k upon a. This is what a geometric progression means. The ratio of this area and this area, this area and this area will be equal. So k square is equal to 9 into a square. So what is k? K is equal to 3a. So this area is equal to 3 times of the previous one. Now think over this. The height of the right side triangle and height of the middle triangle is same, but area is triple. Because area is triple, can I say the base length will also be triple? Think over this. What is the height? If I look at the triangle, A, or rather RAB, the height is 8. If I look at the triangle RBQ, the height is 8. Because the height of both triangles is same, the area is 3 times, means the base must also be 3 times. You want to cancel this and you want to write this as 10 upon 3. It is perfectly correct. The base is 10 upon 3. So I want this length now. What is that length? PA. PA is equal to 10 minus 10 by 3 minus 10 by 9. If I multiply with 9, 90 minus 30 minus 10 upon 9, which is 50 upon 9. So what is the ratio exactly? The ratio of PA, AB, and BQ. PA is 50 upon 9, AB is 10 upon 3, and BQ is 10 upon 9. So multiply 9 with everything, cancel this 10, cancel this 10, cancel this 10. This becomes 5. Multiply with 3, multiply with 9, multiply with 9. So this becomes 5 ratio 3 ratio 1. That is your answer. Answer B, Bombay. PA ratio AB ratio BQ is 5 ratio 3 ratio 9. A conceptually very strong question. In an electronics dealer bought certain number of tablets at a rate of 8,000 per piece and a certain number of laptops at a rate of 12,000 per piece. He sets a fixed marked price for the device which was 20% higher than the average cost for all the devices combined. He sold all the devices at a discount of 15% on the marked price and made a total profit of 1,44,000. If both types of devices, if he bought both types of devices, what is the minimum possible total number of devices he would have bought? A maxima minima question overlapping with percentage profit loss. Think over this before you start going into very large calculations. He first increased the price by 20%, then offered 15% discount. So, do you know any way of calculating the actual discount percent? 2%. He is earning 2% discount overall. Now, what is this? This is the amount of profit he has made. So, can I say, if I look at this in this manner, 8,000 into number of tablets plus 12,000 into number of laptops. You'll see how I can reduce calculations upon tablet plus laptop. That is the average price. Average price when increased by 2 percentage, not increase, multiplied by 2 percentage, multiplied by total quantity. This is the profit made, and that profit is 1,44,000. Think over this. Let us say average price is X. This first bracket is the average price. You are earning 5%. So 5% of X is the profit on one device. L plus T are the number of devices. So this is cancelled, this is cancelled. Do you see 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros are cancelled? Do you see this can be cancelled as 72? So what I have here, 8T plus 12L is equal to 7,200. Can I rearrange this? I can cancel 4. 2T plus 3L is equal to 1,800. Think over this. Just by applying this correctly, you have reduced half of your calculations. You don't have to find SP, CP, and average price. Simply average price into profit percentage into quantity is equal to profit made. Now I want to work with the maxima. Think over this. If I only buy laptops, I can buy 600 laptops. If I buy only tablets, I can buy 900 tablets. My job is to maximize total quantity. That means my job is to maximize this and minimize this. What I can do is I can buy 900 tablets and I can buy 0 laptops. But it clearly says that he bought all devices. He bought at least one device of each type. If he bought both types of devices, you have to ensure both types of devices are there. Now you know the property of integral solution. This will increase by 2 and this will decrease by 3. That is the property of integral solutions. So what is the maximum devices he could have purchased? 899. That's your answer. What is this? The formula for markup minus discount minus markup and discount upon 100 is equal to profit percentage. This is what CAT tests. Can you combine the logic of profit or discount with maximum minimum of integral solutions? Answer is 899.